Okay, might as well jump right in. Oh, is my stream set up right? I don't know. Stream information. I didn't check. I just kind of hit stream. Yeah, good. We're good. I haven't been planning on streaming or anything. I just decided randomly to, and it's like 9:07. So we'll see how lucid I stay throughout this stream. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. What's this little? Oh, you can see Discord. I don't want you to see Discord. Let's get rid of that. Okay, I don't even need Discord open, but I have it open for some reason. Is my microphone working? Yes, microphone's working. Okay, good. No preparation at all. Just gonna jump right in. I'm gonna continue working on the dice game. And I have a few things. Let me actually go in and see what this is all about right now. Okay, so first of all, I thought in the first round you have to re-roll dice. This is like dice poker. So let's say I wanted to keep the 4, 5, 6. Now what would I want to get rid of here? Let's get rid of these little ones. Let's say I want to re-roll those. Then you hit re-roll. That is actually kind of backwards. Because, wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I think what this should be is those are the dice that I want to hold, and you re-roll the rest. Right, so that's what I want to change. It's one thing I want to change. Number 2, I want to have like a nice background, a cool background. I've actually worked on one today. Actually, I had worked on it previously, but I decided to make kind of a funky background. It probably won't look very good, but I want to just take the code that I wrote today and put it in there. Secondly, for scoring, let's say this is like an invalid hand, so you can't score it. I want the score button to be like grayed out. It would be red, and then it would be grayed out if you have nothing selected. And then I'll put some text prompts in the middle as well. I'll set a round number. Okay, I need a I need a thing. Oh, look at this roguelike notes. We'll save those to around here somewhere. Into what did I call that one? Rogue thing? There. Okay, now we have another sticky. Where'd it go? There it went. All right, let's make the font big. All right, so dice game. To do. Pretty simple. I do want a menu, which would have options, high score, new game, etc. Okay, I want like round goal, round jail, yeah, like 10 rounds. I want feedback for scoring. I want to keep track of not winning. Keep track of scored hands. So at the end of the game, it'll show all 10 hands, what you won, how many points each hand was. I want to fix re-rolling, text prompts. I need to Lua-ify the code because right now it's sort of in my stupid C. Hell's going on with this chair, man? There we go. It's in my stupid C style. That's no good. Wait, you jumping down, kitty? Dice game. How's it going, Locke? Hope you're having a good Saturday. I managed to sleep in until like 1 o'clock today. Like 1 p.m. It's absolutely insane how late I slept. I never sleep that late. Even on weekends, I'm usually up a little early, so it was pretty wild. Pretty wild night. Went to bed at like 1 a.m. and woke up at like 1 p.m. let's see. I think I'll add to this as I need to. So, oh, did I put the crazy background in? Let's start with the crazy background. I actually have this program here that I wrote today, and this will be. It'll probably look terrible in stream, but it's a really wicked background that I designed, and it just looks so cool to me. And I had it so that they were just circles without the white outlines. And it looked pretty cool. It looked like bubbles. It looked kind of earthboundy, but then I added the white outlines to the circles and it looks so cool. So I guess I need to add some of these functions and I could do this all by hand again because I did it all from scratch. I didn't check anything. I was amazed. But it's okay. So the first thing you gotta do in endgame, actually before we do any of that, we'll have a knit circles. We'll call this a knit background. Okay, and then up here, we need initialize the background, and it'll be circles. We have that. Then we need love update game decider. It needs to move the circles first. So let's put move circles over there. So it sets up random circles and then needs to knit background should come before load sprites. I forgot to that F. I need to put one in. There we go. Okay, then before game decider, we need move circles. Game decider move circles gets DT. Game decider for that. And it's fairly straightforward. It just makes 1,000 random circles. They have a radius from 10 to 50. It's random. And then their X and Y values, they have just a random position on the screen. And then their DX and DY, their DX, that's like their left-right movement. It can either be -1 or +1 or 0. And then their up DY movement, they can either move up at a rate of 3, 2, or 1. So that's all it does. And then they have a random color. They're either dark green or kind of lightish blue. Then every tick that it just has logic to move them, so they just move up and left or right. Okay, and then I think I already have draw background in here, right? Do I have draw background? I do. Okay, so let's find draw background and get the right color in, and then draw circles, and that's it. And you just draw at every tick. So draw. I'm gonna put it in here. Draw circles. That should be after draw background. All right, so let's just see how awful this looks. This might look pretty bad. Ooh. Good. I like it. Gives it some flavor. You can play. So look, I have a full house, just like that. 260 points. I probably want to put my own font in the game, because this is obviously unreadable, but I just took their default font and scaled it up ×2, so it looks ugly. But yeah. Okay, good. I can mark that off the list. One thing down already. And I did that yesterday, or earlier today rather. And it took me probably about 20 minutes, so it's very basic. The majority of the time, like maybe 5 minutes was spent writing code, and then the majority of the time, 15 minutes, was making it look nice, like changing the colors and the the movement speed and stuff like that. Okay, let's Luify the code. So that's what I was kind of doing last time. And game decider. Okay, so this we need to fix. This is ugly. So phase 3 click needs to just be given X and Y. We're not reassigning anything. All right, so let's go to phase 3 click. Click, you're just getting X and Y. Game state, dice hand, round, and get rid of the return value. And so what I'm changing now, the way I typically write C code is, let's say I have a struct that has a lot of variables in it that I want to keep track of, like what the score is, what current round we're in, what your hand is in the game, so on and so forth. I'll have like a struct, but it's only the only thing that has access to it is the main function. It's made in the main function. If I need it in other functions, so for example, you need to figure out how to score this hand, so the scoring function needs access to that or a piece of that, then I'd pass a pointer to it. Pass a pointer over to that function. It can do what it needs to do, and it can change the values inside there or whatever else. So I'm like explicitly loaning a reference to the variable to each function that needs it. And that's what I was doing here in Lua. And unfortunately, the way that you pass things back and forth in Lua, it's a little different. So you can't pass references. You might be able to pass references, actually. But what I was doing was passing you can pass by copy or you can pass by reference, and I was passing by copy. And at the end of the function, I would just return back what I had changed, so return back all the variables. But I think the way Lua works, the way Lua programmers program is they don't do stuff like that. They don't do things the C way. So instead, they just use global variables. The default scope for a variable in Lua is global. So unless you use this like local keyword, if I declare a variable in this function, it's global now. Every function can now access that. So Lua is very strange like that. Global variables are typically frowned upon, so it is unusual to do that. Yeah. So let's just see if phase 3 works correctly. So keep those 4s. Full house. And now we're in phase 3, so let's see if phase 3 click works. It does. Nothing's happening down there. Good. And then there. Good. So I just Luified that function, and it's all good. And I guess I can just go through all of them. Look for places where I return a value at the end. Okay, so for example, end hand. Function score hand. Selected, okay. Gonna do that. And anything like this, we're gonna put that in. God, these people upstairs, Jesus Christ. It's not just that they walk on the creakiest part of the floor, but they like stomp every single footstep. It's just like they are pounding their feet on the ground. Okay, I'm not gonna complain the whole time about them. Okay, selected. So values, we set that up here. Then we sort it. Then we check. Assume it's die high. Okay, then we return something. Calculate the score. So we get a score in here, hand type, selected, and then values. Yeah, we pass everything. So that should be fine. Now all of these should be fine because they're not accessing anything variable, anything global. And calculate score. Same. It should be okay. Let's just try it. Do a couple hands. Low guys here. My goodness, well, that's a full house. Oh my. Ah well, could have had a 3 of a kind. I mean, it could have had a full house. The trick to this game will be getting as large dice as possible. That's going to be the scoring seat. Ooh, 4 of a kind. 4 fours. That was like 500 points. Ridiculous. Okay, so that works. So I've Luified the code now. And I think I got everything. Let's just see. So dice underscore hand. Okay, game decider. That I need to fix. What calls game decider? Decider just decides. Not passing anything to it. Also, Lua doesn't tell you if you call a function that needs arguments and you call it without arguments, it doesn't tell you until it causes a problem. Then it tells you. Ridiculous. Okay. Any other dice hand? Draw decider. Okay, well those... How did I skip all those? Alright, so draw stats. Sprites. Why not just copy and paste? Draw dice. You're gonna take nothing. So I do that every time. So I don't need to pass anything because that function will have access to the globals. Dice hand. These sprites. Sprites. Could probably clean that up a little bit. It's okay though. So I thought it was done Luifying, but no. Still got some Luifying to do. Okay, this should be sprites. Capital S. Good, good, good. So let's see. Dice hand. Okay, that's good. Game state. Good. Score. Which case? All right, score hand. I need to see how does score hand get called. Actually, if I do this. Not all right, fine. New score valid equals score hand. I don't remember how I wrote these functions to work, what they do. So I'm just I got a little code archaeology. Okay. First, it counts up count up how many dice are selected. Invalid selection must be between 1, 5 inclusive. I don't know what that is. Local score equals end hand selected. If score is equal to -1, 0, false, else. Okay. So where does that -1 come in? Right. If it's not a valid hand, it'll return -1. We'll just return -1. False. And otherwise return score true. Good. So now what calls score hand? If valid, then we add it and then we change. Yeah, okay, good. So let's just try this out, make sure everything still works. Ooh, look at that. 4 of a kind. 600 points. Okay, everything appears to work. Full house. 460 points. Holy crap. It was only 300 points. Yeah, see I'm gonna have to figure out the points too. All right, so that can go on here. Here, figure out points. Because it needs to be fair. Like, I don't want to be getting more points from a 3 of a kind than a full house, you know? But there's some situations where you would. Like a full house that's like 1, 1, 1, 2, 2 versus a 3 of a kind that's like 6, 6, 6. You should get more points from the 6, 6, 6 in that case. I didn't pick 6, 6, 6 on purpose. It was unintentional. Hail Satan. Okay. So I need to keep track of hands. So hands, winning scores. And you know, I'll actually get to that later. I'll leave that there for now. But I need to set up something else first. So we're gonna go here. What am I doing? I need to do canvas size. I need to add 40. Everything's dice shaped. Okay. Let's see. Get rid of that. Let's just do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I do that to all my E's? What's going on with my E there? Oh, that's just how I did it. Let's B for brush. This. God, I'm not very steady today. 2 and then 2 more. There we go. Something's wrong with that. There we go. End. let's count these up. 9. 9. Doesn't look like it, does it? Does not look like it. But let's just see. It should be this plus 18. That's 40. No, what is that? That's 20. So this should be 38. It is. Good. And let's do something stupid. Just to get a different color in there. I don't know. That D sucks. That's a little better. It's fine. I'm not gonna have a cow. Oh boy, we get to redeem a token. I haven't done that for a while. Thanks for redeeming a token, Freeware Pirate. Let's go ahead and figure out how to do this now. It's not explode token. What is it? It's token generator. And then we run, and we put your name in. Well, and I think this should do it. It might take a few seconds to run. Oh, it's right there. Boom. You've got a dog. He's angry. He's blue. He's wearing a tank top, green tank top, and a green top hat. They're the same color. I didn't do that on purpose. It's just totally random. His shirt goes with his eyes. His eyes are a different shade of green, though. Congratulations on your token. That'll be up on the website, hopefully momentarily. GitHub takes a few. You know what I should do is I should put that on my my web server that I have that I pay $6 a month for. Then it really would be instantaneous. I wouldn't have to wait for GitHub to update because GitHub.io, it takes it a good like 30 seconds, 60 seconds to update the changes. For some reason, who knows? Okay, close that. And what was I doing? Right, I said winning hand scores. Oh, what I need to do is, oh my god, that just completely broke my train of thought. Where was I? Because I know what I was thinking, but I think I got sidetracked, as I tend to get sidetracked. So I want to keep track of the round. If you hit round 10, if you hit round 11, you've gone too far. So then the game is over. So I want to. Oh yes, that's what I was doing. So I want to import the sprite. So we now have an extra sprite. Okay, there we go. So that's what I wanted to do. And then let's see. When we go to phase 3. Score equals score plus new score. Phase 3. Okay, so then we go to game. What's phase 3? What do we do when we're in phase 3? For drawing purposes. If game state equals phase 3, then no, that's mouse pressed. Oh, look at that! You don't need that stuff. Draw stats and draw decider. Let me fix those. Draw stats and draw decider. You don't need them. You don't need them. Draw stats and draw decider. Then draw dice. Okay. Yes, we're drawing dice. Where did the button get drawn? Draw button. It should be like a draw button. There we go. Okay. So else if game state is equal to phase 3 and round is less than 10, else button equals 10. Hey, kitty, don't bite me, please. Please don't bite me. Come on, I just fed you. Just fed you. Okay, so let's just change this to 4 because I want to just see here. Dice game. So I'm saying 4 rounds. Let's just do 4 rounds real quick. And it doesn't have to be any good. I'm not playing for score here. Come on. I had a better hand than I chose. Round 3, round 4. End. So it'll say end. Yeah. But now I need some. It needs to actually end. So, so then this should be phase 3 click, I think. Phase 3 click. Okay. If game state, no. If round less than let's do something like this. Just put this in real quick. N rounds equals 10. Or we'll do n rounds equals 4. Where was I? Where was I 3 seconds ago? This. And then phase 3 click. If it's less than n rounds, -1. Yes, if it's less than n rounds, it's fine. Okay, then do all this stuff. Else game state equals end. All right, I'll have to put an end state in there. But let's just see. So I think I have it set to 4 rounds, so I'll just go ahead and do 4 rounds real quick. Got rid of 2 2s to get 2 1s. Good hand right there. Oh, got a full house. Dice are pretty easy to get full houses with. Okay, this is round 4. So let's keep that. And okay, so it just ends. Good. So nothing. You can't do anything in this state. So that works at least. I've got a game-ending goal. Now I want it to actually print out like all the winning hands. So it'll be, 10 hands or whatever will be displayed here and how many points they scored. Be pretty easy to implement. Go for something else. Fix re-rolling. I'll do that later. Okay. So we have winning hands equals winning scores equals. So equals end hand selected. So it's at this point it is valid. You get here, it's valid. So winning hands. What we're gonna do is this. No, wait. Equals end hand. Score. Calculate score. Okay, yeah. Winning hand. So what we're gonna do is table insert winning hands, and then hand type. So it'll keep track of this. And what I can actually do is put in some, English. Full house. Thing here, we need to do that. Okay, and then the score here, I don't. Then we need a table insert, winning scores, score. And then we need to return score. All right, so let's just see this still runs correctly. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, I have a full house already made. There. I think the straights are actually pretty common. Game might be a little too easy. Okay, so game still runs. Makes it all the way to the end. So I need a new one here. What does Game Decider actually do? Nothing. All right. Draw Decider though. Else if game state is equal to end. Actually, let's just call it end game in case. Like Avengers. The Avengers Endgame. I need draw endgame. I need a function called draw endgame. Oh yeah, I also need something else. Winning dice. Okay. Values. Values is a table. So it should be fine to just put a table, insert a table into a table, and they should stay separate. So it should be like you add a second table, it'll still be a table. Okay, that's fine. So let's do draw endgame. Okay, draw endgame. Here we go. So if I equals 1 to n rounds, what we're going to do is we're going to draw the dice. So what do I have? I have winning hands, winning dice, winning scores. Okay. So how do I do text? I already forget. It's ugly, but gonna be fine. All right. So output winning hand, dice, and scores. Actually, do it this way: scores and dice. Okay. Let's see. Where should that be? X value should be like 20. And Y value should be 20 plus, let's say 100. Now let's say 40, 50. The scale is 120. What is it? Fuck. 40 times 3, 120. I'm going to go off screen. So I could do them at scale of 1. So 40. Okay, and then that's X, that's Y. I don't know what that is. Rotation, scale. Okay, then for J equals 1 to number of winning dice hang on, I'm not doing this right. Winning hand. There we go. Number of winning dice, I. Then we need to iterate through, and we need to do winning dice, I. Is this how, I don't know how to do a double, I guess that's how you do it. I don't know, let's test this out. Blah. Table, insert, blah. One, two, three. Now table, insert, blah. 4, 5, 6. And then if you do blah 1, it should give an address. And then if you do blah 1, it should give 1. And if you do blah 2, 1, it should give 4. Exactly how I thought it would be. Cool. All right, position is going to be 20 plus 40 times J minus 1. The position of Y is going to be 20 plus 40 times I minus 1. I think that I'm doing something wrong here. But let's do 40 there. Okay, I don't know if that's going to work, but let's just see what happens. Did I get all my ends, if-thens, and whatnot? Okay, 4 rounds. Let's just play 4 rounds. Huh. Gotta get it straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Full house. Full house. Full houses are easy. You know, the thing is, these are easier hands. With dice, it's easier to get this kind of stuff. Wow. Okay, well, it kind of did it. It kind of did it. He should be 1. Let's do 2 hands just to see what's up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have a full house. Yeah, like with cards, you have 13 cards per suit. With dice, you just have 6. That's it. Okay, so there it's outputting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3. That's what I got. So it's not putting enough space in between them though. So that's easy enough. What I want to do is 20 plus 40. So that should be 60. That should be 60. Let's try that. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and winning hand straight, score 150. Winning hand 2 pair, score 64. So it is doing it. Are the dice really yellow? They look so weird. Yeah, okay, so the font is a little, let's make that smaller. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 5, 4, 4. Yeah, it's super tiny. But I guess what I could do, I want to add a little more space between them, but let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think if I add a little more space, it'll be okay. So this, I think that's 70. Let's make it 65 because, let's see, 65 times 10 plus 40, actually plus 65. 715. It's 720 for window size, so that's perfect. All right, now let's do a full round of 10. Just see what it's all like. Look at all them fives. Good lord. That's actually pretty astronomical to get that. 1,000 points. Wow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Full house. Keep that. Try for another 6. No, but got a 4. 2 4s. That's the best full house you can get. Oh no, almost the best full house you can get. 6, 6, 6, 5, 5 would be the best. And a 4 of a kind, wow. Let's try to get a 5 of a kind. Nope. Six, 6. Yeah, I think changing this to be D20s is probably going to be a little better to make it. You know, D20s would be impossible, though. You'd have to roll like 20 of them. Hmm. And there we go. Wow. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. That's awesome. Put that over. Discord so Sax can see it later. 5 of a kind, score 1,000. Winning hand, straight, score 200. Winning hand, full house. Actually, I could probably take away just to make it a little nicer. Do this. Something like that. All right. So, good. We did it. We did it. Figure out points. That's like a math thing. Keep track of scored hands. Done. Round goal 10 rounds. Done. Feedback for scoring. That I can do right now. So if it's phase 3. And what we got to do is in the middle, we're going to print this stuff. And that's going to be like 480. And the 40. We'll scale that up to 2. All right, let's just see what that looks like. Wow. Haha. Yeah, because we don't have an I variable. This needs to be round. The dangers of copying and pasting. Full house, 320 points. That background makes it hard to see. All right. Let's see. So that was good. Feedback for scoring. We got it. Now fixing re-rolling. I think. Yeah. Before I do that, where was that? I was just at. Okay. Now I guess what I could do is have a function specifically for this. I'll draw feedback. Okay. So if game state is equal to phase 1, so what I'm going to do is like feedback, local feedback. Figure that out in a second. This at the end. Just going to print out, actually, feedback equals this. Cut that, not copy it. Okay, phase 1, select dice to hold. Select dice to play. There we go. Select dice to hold. All right, cool. It does. Actually, it's not set up right yet, but because we re-roll those. Select dice to play. 3 of a kind, yeah, cool. Now let's actually fix that, the selecting dice. Oh. Reroll 1. All right, so we only have one reroll function here. So I want to actually change it to just reroll. And if not selected, then reroll it. So now I've changed the way this works. So what do I want to hold on to? I want to hold on to these 3s and 4s. And they're already selected. And do I want them to be already selected? Maybe. Might speed things up a bit, because you can just hit score right away. No, I think they should unselect it. Right. Okay, what would I keep in this case? Let's keep the 6s and the 2s. Whoa, that's not a hand. Keep these. Wow. Keep these. Can't possibly get anything better. Now you gotta remember, you're selecting the ones you want to keep. It's a full house, but that's a pretty weak full house. 2, 2, 2, 2. Actually, let's keep 1, 2, 3. Damn, I was hoping. I gambled and I lost. I was hoping for a 5. I got 16 points from that. Jeez. Oh, 4 of a kind. Might as well keep 4 of a kind. It's not going to be very many points, but 120 points for that. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might get a 6. Is it actually re-rolling? I think it is. 4, 4. Oh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it does re-roll it. 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 4, 6, 6. 6, 6, 4, 4, 4. End. There we go. That's pretty cool. Background's really distracting. It's probably killing the bitrate. So quiet. It needs music. That's like an eventual thing. All right, fix re-rolling, did it. Graying out or invalid. Plays. Oh yeah, and then new game. Well, I mean, that's part of the menu. Whole menu thing is where to go from here, you know? Mm. Well, I'm just appreciating the end game screen now. 10 rounds, score 2646. Maintaining, I guess, high score. I mean, I guess that's part of the menu. Menu. You know what I can probably do is break this out into other things. Keep high scores. New game. So that's like several different things that I can figure out. Wow, I've made a lot of progress in just 1 hour of streaming. Pretty dope. So I guess graying out for invalid plays, that's pretty important. So what I need to do is, well, first of all, let's make this bigger. Canvas size. How'd I know? Counted. All right, then these, we're just gonna, these over 20. Actually 40. Need button. I don't know if you need the red X. Is that gonna make that clear? You can't score yet. Not sure. Whoops, I forgot to export that. Okay, let's fix the sprites now. What I think I need to do is in sprites. We're now up to 11. Quads. Oh. That should be good. And buttons. Button, button, button. Draw button. And 11 now. Check valid. No. If is valid, then button equals 9, else button equals 8, end. All right, so now I need a function called is valid. Yes. Function is valid. We'll just put it above this one. And do I have is valid anywhere else? No. Good. I tend to duplicate function names. I don't know why. And I'm just going to copy and paste this. I know there's a better way to do it. Pull out values and sort. If that or that God or that or let's just type these in is full values selected or is kind values selected 3 or is 2 pair or is kind values selected 2 or is kind values selected 1. So now I'm just checking is it valid hand? So logically go through these in elimination order like before. But where does that selected come from? That comes from this in hand thing. So oop. So we're actually going to move this up. I need to add more to it. Is valid. All right, then we do this. You know what you could do, actually? I don't need that. I could just use score hand. Because that goes in and it tries to score it. And then it just returns a score. And what I do with that score, you know. Okay. New score, valid. If valid. And actually you don't need a variable there. Okay, if valid, then you declare two local values. This is a question for the internet. Can you declare two local variables in one line? Yes, you can. Cool. So this is just a little gross to do it that way, but what I can do is local Oh, I don't need the second local. They're both local. Okay. Equals score hand. This is like a score. I don't need it, so I just use the underscore to signify that I'm not using that variable. But score hand gives a valid and whatever. Gives true or false. So if it is true, use button 9, else use button 8. So let's see how that works. Probably everything up. Okay, so it's not, it's grayed out. That's valid. That's not. Okay, cool. What? What? Oh no. Okay. Okay. Valid, yeah. Any other valid I need to worry about around here? Local. All right. I'm not sure what was going on there. Why is it doing that now? All right. I guess what I can do is just do this. We'll just rewrite it. Wanted to be clever. Wanted to be clever and it didn't work. It broke everything. Just gonna return true for the time being, make sure everything works. Kind, okay, now it's back to working. So something about score hands. All right. Make sure there are between 1 and 5 inclusive. Selected. Okay. If selected less than 1 or selected is greater than 5, then return false. End. I think it's funny when you do these if-then blocks, you have to have the word end. But it's like after returning false, like that's the end of the statement. So it doesn't make sense to me that I'd have an end after that. It never hits the end. But it's like having a close function bracket NC, so it's good enough. Now, determine hand type. Ah, that's why. It was inserting stuff. Okay. I know why. I know why it was broken now. Okay, table insert values. This should be local. In fact, that should be local down there too. Why isn't it? Okay. Put all selected values into a table and sort. All right, now I can go back to doing what I did. Before I hand typed all this, and then I was like, fuck it, I already have functions that do this. And then I broke everything. It's pretty ugly, but it doesn't need to be pretty. It just needs to work. Okay. Values and selected are both here. Both exist. So let us now just see what happens. I'm going to keep these 5s and 4s. Reroll. Okay, cool. Let's you do it. Full house 440. Yeah, everything appears to be working. Let's just make sure nothing else got broke. Whoops. Two, three, four, five. One, two. Get a 3. How old was I thinking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still got a straight. Okay. I forgot that I select the ones that I want to hold. I don't select the ones that I want to get rid of. That was the old way to do things. Do it this way now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Come on, 6 or 1. Got a 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $24. That's terrible. The points, that's going to be the biggest challenge of this game. Figuring out how the score should work. Maybe I'll just look to Yahtzee. Look to Yahtzee. Yeah, no, only 24 points. It's terrible. Ooh, 4 of a kind. 5 of a kind. Fantastic. Okay, there we go. All right, that works. It works. Whatever I just did, it works. What did I just do? I actually want to take that red X off there because that's bullshit. Okay, unnecessary bullshit. Trying out for invalid plays. That's another one. Figure out points. Look up the Yahtzee score guide. Of course, I can't actually do the Yahtzee. That would be against the law to take someone else's intellectual property. You know, Mr. Kevin R. Yahtzee and his legacy. Whoever invented Yahtzee. I assume, I don't know what the phrase Yahtzee came from. I don't. But anyway, what else do I have here? Options, menu. Those are going to be hard. Keep high scores. I don't know how to do file input output in Lua. I have no idea. I have no idea. New game. Yeah. That's probably like doing the menu. Text prompts. I guess I put that in there. I guess also, can you nicen up the font? I don't think that's a word, nicen. Can you nicen up the font? It looks like I'm opening 2 windows now. Thank you. Thank you for that. You can hear my voice twice. It's echoing. Let's see. I think before I implement new game, I should have high scores. Before I implement menu, I should have high scores. So keeping high scores, that's really what I should do. And I have no idea. I really have no idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask ChatGPT. Oh God, ignore all my terrible previous chats with GTP. They're awful. All right, how do you do file input output in Lua? How do you do file input output in Love2d? See what ChatGPT says. Love file system. Okay, so it looks like Love has its own functions to do I/O. This is why I go to ChatGPT. It does the Googling for me. In Lua, you can perform file input-output operations using the standard I/O library I/O. Here's a basic example of how to read from and write to a file in Lua. File equals io.open. File write. What is this notation? I haven't seen that before. All right, I will. What is the colon notation in IO? No. File write. Never seen that before. In Lua, I haven't. The colon notation in Lua is a syntactic sugar that simplifies method calls on objects. Hey, kitty, don't bite me, please. So it's an object. Lua is not object-oriented, sir. When you write object colon methods args, Lua translates this to object.method object args. Okay, so this is self. It's so you don't have to put self in all your stupid methods. Or I guess you would have to, but you don't have to do it in all your method calls. Well, I'm not doing that one anyway. We're doing this one. Writing to a file, reading from a file. Like it's in love load and love draw. Like ChatGPT doesn't know what it's doing. Love.file system. .write. Okay. Well, now I can just go to those love.file system. Now that ChatGPT is just a starting point. Oh, this is unreadable. This is so bright. Why isn't it in dark mode? I need like auto dark mode. I need a browser extension that does that. I don't think there's such a thing. Actually, I think there is one for Safari. I remember just messing everything up though. Okay, love file system. I guess dot read is what we're doing. Read the contents of the file. Returns nil as content. Returns an error message. Okay. Okay, so here we go. When we load, load high scores. We want to do contents. I guess init high score. Score. So we want a high score object kind of thing, not an object, a variable. Yay. All right. Function init high score. So I don't want to do that up in love.load because that's like already too much going on in there. So what we're going to do is love.filesystem.read. Name is the file. Size. How many bytes to read is all keyword? I don't know. And it assigns it contents and size. All right. If contents is equal to nil, then else. All right. It should keep track of the latest, like the highest 10 scores, right? 10 scores. That's all you should keep track of. That's easy. And local. And we need to write a new high score file, probably. If there are no high scores, then just don't write anything. How the fuck do you work with this? The contents that come out into either a string or a file data object. File data or string containing the file contents. I've never done this before, so bear with me. Really help. Contents. Well, all right, we're just gonna see. We're just gonna see what happens here. All right. What did I call it? Scores.text. All right, so it did print it out. It looks like it's just one big string. And it prints out the last line as well. It makes me realize I don't know how to, how do you pull things from a string? All right, so let's go back to ChatGPT. Good old ChatGPT. Get up that last one. Okay. Let's say I have scores.txt, a TSV formatted file. How can I parse? No, I load the contents of the file with this command. How do I parse contents of this file? Thank you. Let's see. To parse this is ridiculous. To parse the contents of scores.txt file, which is in TSV format, you'll need to split each line into fields based on tabs. You can achieve this using the following approach. If contents. Yeah, okay, I see. So if that's going to be that. I forgot. So if it returns nil, that means it couldn't access the file. Nil is a false. Anything else is true. Well, anything else but false. But you're never going to get false from that. You're either going to get contents or you're going to get nil. All right, kitty. Don't forget, you were already fed. This is kind of silly. Okay, instead of TSV, say the contents are just one integer, well, one new number per line. How can I put those numbers into a table? Gmap. What the fuck is this? Iterate over each line in the contents. What is contents? Is there a simpler way to do this? Well, thank you for that. Yes, you can simplify the code by using love.filesystem.lines, which reads lines from a file one by one. Here's how you can use it to directly populate a table with numbers from the file. That's funny. They tell me this really stupid and ugly way to do it by default, and I ask, is there a nicer way to do it? And then they give me this. All right, well, here we go. We're just going to copy that over, and I will refer to it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to okay, kitty. Oh no, come on, don't bite. Ouch, ouch. Why? Ouch, why? She's hungry. It's not time though. It's not time for kitty. You're up to date on all your feedings. All right. So, well, yeah, I guess for line in love.filesystem.lines, and we're going to say scores.txt do. What about error checking? If the file does not exist. I see. Check if the file exists. Perfect. All right. Getting all out of control. So we check the file exists first. File system.getInfo. Is that real? Or is that a hallucination? Because ChatGPT does like to hallucinate. Let's see, gets information about the specified file or directory. Yeah, great. Then we can do this crap. Table. Insert high scores to number. Is that even a function? Line. For line and yeah, lines. Now, numbers table contain all the numbers. You can further processing. Yeah, I don't need that. Cool. Well, just out of curiosity. All right, so I didn't need the first numbers anyway. Okay. Cool. We will return that up there. And then when the game is over, I mean, I'd probably want like username, like enter your initials or something like that. Enter your name, your high score name. Keep track of the date and time, you know, something like that. That's kind of what. So this is just basic functionality. So I'm going to say basic high score functionality. And I'll add advanced later. Okay. So then when we get to the end, I want to actually have a button here. And draw end game. So let's go back to here, and I need new thing. Whoops. And this will be, these colors are awful. Everything is. Everything is awful. That's my theme song. Then I guess actually, you know, that's not gonna work. God. That's terrible. That's pretty bad. Good enough, though. New. Hmm. New. Do I have an A? Don't. M. Anything I need. Okay, though. I can just make it. Never hurts. I mean, this is all stuff I can stress out about later. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. 8 and 3. 7, 4. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so one more to the right. And these should be centered. Just check. Yeah, they are. You can't see it because it's blue, but the line is there. Right in the middle. Actually, not quite. Close, though. This should be one more down. Two, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. New game. That's so ugly looking. I once spent a whole stream doing a font, designing my own font. It was quite terrible. I was going nuts on that stream. It was really bad. Okay, and then close that. And now we can change number of sprites is now 12. All endgame should be a thing. So we're gonna do this. And I'll do it in the upper right. So it'll be X. This is gonna be 12. This is gonna be let's see, 1280 minus 120 is 1160, minus 20 is 1140. And this will be 20. All right, so let's just, huh. Why is it black? Why are they yellow? Oh. Because of this. Wow. I didn't even think that would influence that. I was wondering why those dice were yellow at the end. I was hoping I'd get something better. Okay, good. Fixed it. That should now be a little lower. So maybe that's about half of that, which would be 60. So about 60 lower. That's stupid, but it is what it is. Okay, so what I need then is I need a thing when they click the mouse button. Else if game state is equal to endgame, then what we're going to do is end click XY. All right. Then I need a new one called end click. I need those terrible coordinates that I don't know what they are. Okay. Did you hit new game? Oh, and this is hit score. All right. If x is greater than or equal to that, and x is less than or equal to 1140 plus 120, and y is greater than or equal to that, and y is less than or equal to 80 plus 120, then do something. Game state equals new. I think that's what you got to do. Let's find it. New, yeah. And what you're going to do, well, there's actually a whole bunch of stuff I have to do. Do this, I guess. So actually this should be a function called new game. And actually I'm going to do this instead. New underscore game. Okay, so that's the first thing here that I need to do. Actually, it's the second thing I need to do. I need to do new game. But I need to do score fix or finish add score, high score. What do you call this? I'll just call it fix high score. Right. So that I could just fucking put anywhere, right? What was this init high score thing? Okay, so those are going to be high scores equals init. Yes. So fix high scores. Let's just add a new one here. There's no like I'm sitting here thinking like what's the way to do this? There's really I just have to figure out the logic. There's no guaranteed way to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all do table insert high scores, and then it's the current score, and then I'm going to do table sort high scores, and then I'm going to do for I equals 1 to 5, do I scores, table insert, I scores I. There's probably a better way to do that. How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you take the first 5 elements? How do you keep just the first 5 elements of a table? Love this. Keep first 5 elements. Math men. Yeah, they put it into new table. So it's exactly what I was doing. I was doing it exactly the way ChatGPT tells me to do it. So I'm at least as good as ChatGPT. ChatGPTing it up. Equals high scores. Okay, then what's this? A file system. Right. Go into here. Write data to a file. Success. Message. I wonder if \n works in Lua. Ah, good, it does. Perfect. All right, so I'm not gonna do any error checking today, because fuck it. Data, okay, so the name is gonna be scores dot text. Data is gonna be I scores 1. This is dumb. I scores 2. You know what though? Yeah, high scores. So we're concatenating the current data plus the current high score plus a new line. So I don't have to do that down here. Okay, let's see if it works. Wow, look at that. Wow. Okay. So that should have rewritten the scores. Did not. Fuck. Oh, you know what? It did. It sorts from low to high. So that is a can you sort from high to low with table.sort? Can't. Okay, that's fine. So it's a little more complicated. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. The 1 of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 by -1. That should work. Because there's ever only going to be 5 scores. All right, so let's just do it that way. Right. These. Wow, look at all those 5s. Boom, 1,000. End. New game. All right. Should have written out scores. It's not writing it out for some reason. I wonder if it's actually getting here. Now, go for the 5 of a kind. Damn. Lost points. $1,480,000. Yeah, so it is. It is getting there, but it's not writing it for some reason. All right, kitty, I'll give you some snacks. It could be kitty snack time, so I'm gonna go get my cat some snacks. I'll be right back. I'm back. Success underscore message equals love file system right name data size or size all. How many bytes to write? String name. String data. Name and path of the file. Okay, love.filesystem.write scores data. That should work. Let me try scores 2. Nope. All right, let's see if there's success message. See what they say. True, nil. Huh. Well, where is it writing to? It's not writing in there. No, it's not writing in there. So where, maybe it's not even reading this. I think it was though. $1,480. It is reading that. It is reading it somewhere. It's not reading it from the current directory though. What? Okay, well. Hey, ChatGPT, help me out here. Okay. I'm using love.filesystem.read and love.filesystem.write. But they don't seem to be reading from the current directory where I ran on the command line. Where is it getting file information? What file? What path is it using? They are relative to the save directory for your Love2d game. This save directory is where Love2d stores files it creates during runtime. The location of the save directory depends on your operating system. I see. Library, oh wow. Library application support. Love. Wow. Crazy. Well, that's pretty dope. That is pretty dope. I didn't know. That's pretty awesome. So it was working, just not how I thought it would work. So it was saving my file to, it's not saving it to the directory that I'm developing this in. It was saving it to my user directory. Like I have a application support library. It's like a hidden, it's where you put save games for files. It was acting like a real game. Pretty cool. It is pretty cool. I don't need any of that. Great. Fantastic. It was working. It had 1,480 in there, so it's pretty awesome. So number of rounds, 10 rounds, back to that. So we have basic high score functionality. It doesn't print it out anywhere, but I need, I'll need to do that at some point. That'll be advanced high score functionality. I have new game that works. Figure out points, music, menu, options. Yeah, well, it's coming along. I'll say it's coming along. Score needs, I need to figure out the score. Maybe Yahtzee would be. And I know who knows about Yahtzee. Yo. ChatGPT. What? How are different hands scored in Yahtzee? This is how lazy I am. Let ChatGPT Google it for me. 1s through 6s. Player rolls 5 dice. Maybe it's not like poker hands. Oh no, they have full house. Score is 25 points. 3 of one number and 2 of another. Okay, so that doesn't take the sum into account. Small straight. Large straight. Oh, yeah. Yahtzee. What is a Yahtzee? All 5 dice showing the same number. 1s through 6s, the sum of all dice matching the respective number. Okay. You already scored a Yahtzee, and roll another. Alright, well, Yahtzee sucks. That doesn't help me at all. Well, I have basic high score functionality now. I almost 5555. Oh, why isn't that a valid hand? I thought it was a full house. I misread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 150 points. That's terrible. Boom. 160 points. That's better than a straight. A little full house on the prairie. 5, 5, 5, 3, 3. 4, 4, 3, 3. 4, 4, 4, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wow, that's a great straight right there. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Well, it's okay. I think nope, that's less points. Damn, I screwed myself out of a straight. A 6 high straight. I did a sax. Sax is always playing, when he plays Balatro, he's always clicking discard when he doesn't mean to click discard. That's pretty funny. Pretty funny, but it's pretty sad. 1, 3, 3, 3. Oh, 4 of a kind. So this is how I'm going to figure out the best scores. I'm going to like look at, you know, the final summary here. Maybe this should be at the bottom. I think this button should be down here. Also, I think fixing high scores should not be at the when you hit the new game button. It should be there. When you click the end, after the end of the game, you click end to see the final summary. And that's when you get it. Be good. Now let's put that end game button elsewhere. So it should be 720 minus 120 minus 20, so 580. All right, save those. Reroll everything else. And we got a full house. Full house. Do they say full house in the theme song Full House? I don't think they do. I don't know the lyrics though. I'm not familiar enough. 55544. Wow. Wow, I got another 6. Best I could have hoped for. And this is terrible. Two, 4, 2, 4, 5, 6. Let's hope for a 3. Well, damn, I didn't get a 3. 16 points, God. Such a sacrifice. Four, 4, 6, 6. 2 pair. Five, 5, 5, 2, 2. Hope for a 4? No, because I screwed myself again. I did it again. I'm like going by the old way that it worked. I changed the way it worked. Okay. I'll just keep these. Keep everything. 4, 4, 2. Actually, 4, 4. 4 of a kind. Better than a full house. That's good. The new game button is down on the bottom right. And if I go to library, application, support, love, dice game, 2918. And this was 2900. So this was actually oops, where'd that go? This was a lower score. You can't see it, but it's there. Promise. Okay. I already saved it. It saved this just now. Cool. Well, I think this is coming along nicely. Screenshot that. That's kind of the latest state. This is pretty cool. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. This is a fairly basic game. Obviously, the whole point of this is just for me to learn love. So there's a few more things I need to do. Balance the scores, get a menu in there, display the high scores. Actually, I could display the high scores here. Why don't I just do that real quick? Oh, what the fuck did I just do? I just closed my chat window, so not that anyone's talking, so it's okay. All right, it's back. It's back. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I want to quit this. Yeah, I can actually print those. And what is going on with that printing out? There we go. We don't want that. So for end game, where it's drawing the end game, then I can draw the high scores. Draw dice and I'll draw and names, scores, and dice for all 10 rounds. I'll put high scores. Okay. So how are we going to do this? First, we're going to set the color. Yellow. And it's going to be all right, let's print the word high score. We'll start with that. So high scores. And it's going to be, X is going to be, let's see, 1280, 640. Let's say 600. Y is just going to be, say, 100. And we'll make this 3. Okay. And we're going to go through and print the high scores. So it's just going to be high score. And it's going to be 600 and say 40. And it's going to be 100 plus 40 times I. We'll make that 2. Cool. So that is really basic high score functionality. So let's get to the end of a round and make sure that it's still there. Wow, look at that. If I get a 6, I didn't. Get a 6, 6, 6, 6, 5, 5 is the best full house you can get. Now I got that one twice. Terrible. Terrible. Yeah, I might as well save the 2. Why not? And it paid off. $360 for that. Hey, I made a gamble and it paid off. Boom. All right, high scores. Look how ugly that font is. I mean, you can barely read it. This is not the way to be doing fonts. Okay, these are scaling the right way. There needs to be a little more space here, and there's too much space there. So it's okay. But I want to do one more game because I want to make sure that it's like actually keeping track of stuff right. So like these hands. So I'm gonna just take a screenshot for my own so I can compare at the end of this one. So new game, let's do it. It's pretty quick to go through a game here. That's the best full house you can get. 560 points. Oh, wow. 4 of a kind. Better than a full house. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess. Whoops. God, I did it again. And I end up getting a terrible hand because of it. Damn it. It's okay. I'm rushing. I'm rushing. Oh, this is gross. $540 points, not bad. 4, 4, 4, 4. 4 fours. 4, 2, 6. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, the hands are different. So it does reset it. So that's one thing. I wasn't sure, like, when you do new game, if it actually resets what's in memory. It looks like it does. And there's some similarities here, but they're not exact. So clearly they're different games. And I got like two 5, 5, 5, 6, 6s. I got that twice in a row here. But man, I had a really good game right there because that's my high score. Cool. And there's still a 0 in there. Yes, this needs to be, what did I say, spaced out a little more. So 650, maybe 650. That's probably fine. And then do, oh, that's X. No, so that should be like 620. And 100 plus, we'll do 50. No. We'll do 150 plus 40 times I minus 1. All right, let's do another quick game. Another quick game. Oh, that's terrible. It's like, you know, when I play Balatro, I go for face hands. Like, I always do face card hands. And, I think dice, it's the same thing. I kind of want to go for 5s and 6s. You don't have to do that in Balatro. You can go for low scoring cards. You get fewer chips for the lower cards. So that's why face cards will give you 10. That's why I always go for face cards. But I don't know. It's a risk because there are fewer face cards than the rest of the cards. Man, this is a terrible game so far. I'm getting all 2s and 3s in this game. That's awful. There we go, 4 4s. That's good. That was my lowest score. It's so funny. It's just scale up the font. Default built-in like print font. I think that's probably not how you're supposed to do printing text in a Love2d game. But actually, I don't know. Maybe people load. There might be a way to load TrueType fonts, or maybe people just make their own pixel-based fonts. I already have one somewhere I could load and use. One that I designed on stream years ago. I remember Snerdipirds was here chatting while I was doing it, and I was just going crazy. Making capital letters, lowercase letters, numbers, everything. Saying the whole time, like, there's a better way to be doing this. I'm doing it the wrong way. Wow, this is a low-scoring game. It'd probably be cool if these circles were not moving. Or they were just 2 different shades of green. Wow. That's pretty cool. Or if they were just random colors altogether. Be different every time you do a new game. Change the colors. I also realized I could change the color of rendering sprites because there's dice for rendering yellow. I figured out why that was happening. So that is something else I could change. Rendering color of everything. Oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that. I just clicked the button twice, so well. I wonder what I threw away there. That's terrible. Damn. Oh damn, there's a straight there. Fuck. Oh well. Let's just keep those. Maybe I'll get something nice here. Oh, full house. I'll take it. Alright, well, that was my lowest. It overwrote my lowest score. I don't think I would have gotten 400 points out of that. Great. I think it's actually don't know what the modifier is. Cool. Well, it's coming along. I think that's where I'm going to end it today. Clearly, I've been like waffling for the past half an hour, so getting there. Basically, a finished game now. Like anybody could load this and play it, and it would be. You have high scores. You have everything you need. I'm thinking once I have this finished, it's not a real game, but once I have it finished, maybe I'll just put it on itch.io or something. Because I do have an account on there. I don't have anything on it, but I could add this to my game page. And people could download it and comment mean things. Figure out points, that's the big thing, really, for balancing the game. Advanced high score functionality, options, menu, options. I don't know what kind of options. I guess full screen mode. Yeah, that's kind of stupid. Music on off. Scrolling background also. Yeah. Oh, should there be space in between them? Yeah, probably. They're like right next to each other, I realize. Let's just quickly do that. Drawing the dice. Drawing the dice. All right, so 40. That's your X. It's 40, yeah. Let's make that 50. All right, go through another game. Oh, that's terrible. That's the worst full house you can get. I guess 4 ones is better. 120 points, yeah, that's pretty good. It's almost worth like getting rid of everything and just trying to get something bigger. Oh, actually, a 4 of a kind is better. Let's see. Get through these pretty quick. Now that's bad. 54 points. Let's make the same mistake twice. Oh, I'll get more. 360. So that's a balance issue. If 3 threes are 54 points, should 4 threes be 360? I don't know. I mean, it is a quite a rare. A 4 of a kind is quite a bit more rare than a 3 of a kind. Might be cool to sort these also by like points earned. Okay, so what I did between games here, I added a little more space in between the dice. So that's I think that's better. They were squished together before with no space in between them. Like not even 1 pixel. Another thing I could do, like numbers, yeah, I could do design pixels for numbers pretty easily. Pixel art, like my clock thing that I made. And then I could just design like logos for high score. I could do it all in a vector art program. Be pretty cool, actually. Be pretty easy. For polish, so to speak. All right, that's it. I'm done. Thanks for hanging out. See you guys later. Bye.